What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 1149 of FloWrestling Radio, live from Austin, Texas. Special show coming at you. I'm your host, Christian Piles. Today's show presented by Nike Wrestling. To the right, he's got his special guest Velcro shoes on, JD Raider. You know, it's a special occasion when he breaks those out.
Nice.
Yeah,
Every occasion is a special occasion.
That's true. To the left, Jason Nolf has joined us, three-time national champion for Penn State, one of the best to ever do it, and our all-quarter-century 157-pounder. And to the left, John Kozak, two-sport athlete, baseball, wrestling. He can do it all. He slammed his face into a fence.
I did.
And that's why his chin looks like that. Show Jason.
Right here.
There you go. Now you got crazy
chain link.
I got a scar on my chin too, but not that big.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Maybe you're tougher than Jason
Mine was
after
from
all.
the East Stroudsburg Open.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I went for a lat drop, and the guy's face just landed right on my chin. And
You went for a lat drop.
yeah.
Okay, that's not always in the Here, pull the mic a little closer.
Yeah.
I tried to catch
went
a
for a
fly
lat
ball.
drop.
I tried to catch a fly ball and I just dove directly into a chain link fence. So not as cool of a story, but
Yeah,
I took a knee to mine. I had to get stitches right here. I have a scar.
Dang.
there you go.
All my scars are internal.
Mm.
All right. Thrilled to have you on, Jason. Wanted to start with the talk of kind of the last couple of weeks, the all-quarter century teams. You were the 157 winner. Did that surprise you at all? What did you think about it when you heard about it, when you heard you were a nominee?
Yeah, it didn't surprise me a whole lot just because I won 3 national titles at 157, so I don't know if anybody else has done that. Has anybody else done that?
No, not in the
Williams?
not in the last 20. He was in TJ 1-2. Joe was up at like the 160, whatever.
Whatever it was.
157.
But I guess like one of my questions was it who's the best at their peak at 157 or who had the best career at 157?
It was kind of.
That's a good question.
It was kind of, we didn't put any strict like guidelines on it. It was kind of whatever you thought, like who did you think was better, right? So
Yeah.
I think generally we thought height of their powers, like
Yeah.
who was the best,
Yeah.
was the best way to, because otherwise it becomes just like a math thing. Like, okay, this person won the most. Well, Kyle Dake won at every weight class.
Yeah.
Jordan only won at 165, and so it felt like that was the best way to really kind of figure out who was the best.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to look at it.
Yeah. Now the IMAR battles, talk to us about what it was like going into your freshman year, knowing you've got an undefeated national champion at that weight class. You pin them in the first one, then you drop the next two. Just what was that rivalry like?
Yeah, so I didn't really pay attention when I was in high school. I didn't pay attention too much to what was going on in college, but my redshirt year was the year he won his first national title, and then I started realizing he was a guy I was gonna have to compete against coming up. And my redshirt year, I wrestled Brian Realbuto at the Southern Scuffle and beat him in a close match, and then Martinez beat him in the finals at NCAA. So I knew that we had a common opponent, and that I felt confident that I was on that level because I beat an NCAA finalist, and I'd lost to James Green that year. That was my only loss. But when we came to Illinois to duel for the first time, I was just super excited. At that point, I'd still wanted to be an undefeated 4-time national champ, and that was my goal. But I wasn't even focused on trying to win the match as much as I was just so excited to compete against somebody else that was, I think he was undefeated at that point. Mm-hmm. And, for me, I didn't really feel like I had a lot to lose because I was going against the reigning national champion, hasn't lost a match in his entire college career, and I had an opportunity to do something special. So I just remember Coach Kell came into the back, and I think I was the only one in the locker room left, and I just told him how excited I was to go let it rip. And I went out there and just wrestled really hard and got into some big scrambles and found myself on top, getting the pin. And I was excited, but at the same time, like I hadn't lost yet either. So I expected to win. So there was no like celebration out of me because I had expected to win. but I didn't really expect it to happen like that.
Yeah.
But then I got, for some reason, then I was like more nervous the next time we wrestled.
Really?
Even though I pinned him the first time, I still like believed that I was gonna win, but I was even more nervous. And we wrestled in the Big Ten finals, and it was super close.
Yeah.
Ended up going into it ended up getting decided on like tiebreaker riding time. And I remember I was just like, I was super sad after that match because that was I wanted to go undefeated. So then that was like one of my goals was already crushed.
Yeah. I mean, that match for me, it was of your rivalry with Isaiah. I thought that was the best match y'all had. It was a crazy freaking match and no takedowns.
Yeah.
Like you were all over him a couple times or a couple scrambles. You almost came out on top of the mat wrestling. Honestly, really insane. Even though there's no turns, like the effort from both guys getting away when like you were super in the second period, you're super committed to the ride. It looked like you might ride him out, and he just like never stopped moving. He's rolling around, then you're rolling around, getting late escapes. I think this match just kind of gets lost in the shuffle because it's Big Tens, but I think it was the best match and one of the best matches like you ever wrestled in, even though you lost.
Yeah, it was definitely good. I remember kept getting to his leg, and then he was just so strong.
I was gonna say the power seemed like to be a real factor.
Yeah, and then he kept like leg passing too, funking, and I think like the danger rule would have changed things now, like with the way that we wrestle those matches. But like he obviously would have wrestled differently too if the rules were different. But yeah, it was a fun match. But at the same time, I was like, okay, this is Big Tens. Like my goal isn't to win the Big Tens; it's to win the nationals.
Right.
And so it was like right back to it. And then we got to wrestle again in the finals and nationals, and he got the first takedown, I think. Mm-hmm. And then I took him down. And if I could have just ridden him out for like 10 more seconds, then the period would have ended. I would have been up by a point. But he was so like athletic and explosive on the bottom. He would just do weird unconventional things where he'd just like hop over you. And he ended up getting out and then got a late takedown in the match to beat me. So, but I mean, I was, it was always fun to wrestle him. He's really strong and really tough. So,
and then the rest of your 3 years, you never really had a rivalry. Did you miss that element of having someone that was like, you knew it was going to be an absolute battle, someone of that caliber?
I didn't really care. I just wanted to win. Yeah, I was like, I don't care who somebody puts in front of me. I just want to beat them and like reach my goals. So I didn't really care about having I kind of had a rivalry a little bit with Tyler Berger.
Well,
yeah. He's my good friend now.
Yeah,
he's my good friend.
He's a cool
now.
dude.
Yeah.
I kind of love that he was just like, I'm gonna beat him.
We wrestled like 15 times.
So many times.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
he had a good mindset about it.
It would have looked really cool if he won.
Dude, if he had won, was it the senior year?
Yeah.
Where he's like, I'm beating him. Doesn't matter.
It would have been like the Jordan Burroughs Olympic tweet.
Oh,
like
yeah.
My next tweet, I'll be an Olympic champion or whatever.
Yeah, that would have been crazy. Because you were just kind of running through absolutely everybody at that point in time.
To me, that sounds way more fun than having to wrestle hard for like 15 minutes. Like not having an opponent like Aymar.
Oh, yeah.
Like I personally would just prefer to tech and pin everybody.
What'd you think when he went up? Were you like, oh, man?
I didn't care.
You didn't.
I was like, no. I was like, I don't even remember what I thought. I was just like, oh, okay, that's fine. Let's go win next year.
Yeah.
But even if he was in, I would have been like, all right, let's go win next year. So I was just so locked in on like achieving my goals that, like I said, I didn't care who I had to wrestle. I just wanted to achieve my goals. I didn't have like a lot of pride in like who I beat or anything like that. I just wanted to win.
Yeah. 2018, crazy year in college wrestling. You've got the Penn State, Ohio State showdown. And that was like the most hyped thing. And then in February, you bust your knee bad against John Van Brill. And then the immediate reaction after that, we're like, oh, the team race is over. Nolf's going to be out. Ohio State's going to win. It's like so anticlimactic. And of course, it ended up being the most climactic thing that's happened in college wrestling in a long time. Talk us through that injury, that position, and then like the path to getting back.
Yeah, I'd been in the. I don't even want to watch it.
Oh, yeah.
Away.
Wait, I'm pull over.
I just look away. But I basically just we were kind of in a funk roll position, and he had my ankle, and I was going out the back door, and I went to kind of turn into him, but my foot was still. He was still kind of like wrenching on my foot, and I'd been in that position a ton in practice, and had never got injured, obviously. So it was just like another thing. I was looking to score quickly and just kind of put my knee in a bad position. And I think like the fact that it was a live wrestling match too, I think he like held on to the foot. I mean, he was trying to just like wrestle it out. He didn't want to give up a score. Yeah. So I don't think he was trying to injure me or anything, but he was just trying to wrestle through the position. And I tore my LCL and my PCL in that moment. And I remember I wanted to win the Hodge, so I was like trying to get back and wrestle the match. Yeah. And I was like, because I think I was on top, or he was gonna choose bottom because of injury time, and I was like, just get me on top. I had like a couple point lead at that point. I was like, I'll just throw a leg in and like hold and finish the match out. And I wasn't really able to even like, it hurt like terribly to like even hop around.
Really?
So then I had to forfeit.
Did the coaches or trainer say, no, you're done, or did you?
No, it was me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to try to wrestle the match because they had no idea like the pain that I was in. Like only I could feel that. Yeah. I mean, he could see that my PCL was gone basically.
Okay.
Yeah. When he adjusted me, tested my ligament strength. But yeah, I just, I was like, okay, I literally can't wrestle this match. And then I remember going back into the locker room, and I was sad, but at the same time, I like just like felt gratitude because at that point I was so focused on winning the Hodge that like I remember the week before I wrestled Jake Short from Minnesota, and I only beat him by 13, and I was like crying after the match because I wanted to keep getting like techs and pins. Yeah. And I just knew I wasn't like competing for the right reasons. And at that point I realized that like God was just showing me like, hey, you wrestle because you love to wrestle, and it's because like what you were born to do. Like it's not to win like this award. Yeah. And I think people get caught up in that, and I got caught up in it. And but at the same time, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to do whatever it takes to come back and win the Nationals this year. And I was like, I don't care how bad it looks or what I have to do or whatever it is, but it hurt bad. But that was kind of my mindset, was like, okay, let's figure out what we got to do to get back and keep wrestling.
Yeah.
Did you and Zane and Bo ever like have a competition about who could get the most techs and pins and who could win the Hodge? Did you guys ever talk?
We never talked about it, but it was definitely like we all wanted to win. You know, I mean, we're competitors, and we all want to win like the MVP and the Hodge or the whatever you call it. So we were like, when I'd see Zane pin a guy, I'd be like, I have to pin this guy. Zane just pinned his guy. I'd be like, Zane only got a tech this match. I got to go get a pin. Like get a step ahead.
Your 2017 year has got to be one of the best non-Hodge Trophy winning seasons that there's been in a long time. That was insane level of dominance, and just really only because of Zane's what he was doing there. Yeah, separate him. And then you came back at Big Tens, wrestled a couple matches, defaulted out. Did you have a lot of? I mean, you wrestled really well. You're pretty dominant in the matches. I think you wrestled Short actually. Yeah, maybe one other match.
Michigan State. I wrestled Michigan State.
Great picture here. The camera on.
Just sharing this.
Burger's looking down on us.
Yeah. Oh man, Burger's like got him. How did you feel at this tournament that you wrestled?
Who won the Big Tens that year?
It would have been
Pentelio.
Pentelio, yeah.
Wow. Micah's taller than.
Who took third? Who's that? Is that Wisconsin? Mm-hmm. You beat Burger?
Crone? No, I don't know who that is.
That's crazy.
Who is that guy?
I wrestled that guy at Nationals.
Is it Crone?
No.
I don't think it was Crone.
Okay.
I wrestled him at Nationals.
Give me like 10 seconds.
Because I hit him in a cradle. I remember I hit him in a cradle. I think he wrestled with Ben. I hit him in a cradle, and then he tried to reverse put me on my back. But the Big Tens that year, I knew that I was going to come back. I was still in a lot of pain and like couldn't really wrestle like any way that I wanted to wrestle. And I had this big knee brace on and like all this tape underneath it. And Coach Kale in the elevator of the hotel before the tournament started said, "Hey, you're going to wrestle 2 matches and then you're going to be done." And he just kind of told me.
So you don't even know that until like that moment, basically.
Oh, it was Crone.
It was Crone?
Crone, yeah. But yeah, I didn't know, like, going into the Big Tens, I was planning on wrestling the whole tournament. And then he just told me in the elevator, like, before the tournament started, like, you're going to just wrestle to the semis, and then we're going to injury default you out. We want you to be ready for nationals. And I didn't even have to wrestle any matches to, like, qualify for national. I think I would have got, like, a at-large bid.
Yeah, for sure.
But he wanted me to wrestle too. And then, but yeah, that was that was about it. Just getting back into the swing of things after being injured for so long.
What was it like being a part of that team race?
At the nationals?
Yeah.
I think we lost the Big Tens.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you had the dual meet. You didn't get to wrestle in it.
Yeah, that was the craziest duel of all time.
Yeah.
Being a part of the team race, I mean, I don't even think that any of the guys are, I mean, maybe they are. I can't speak for them, but like for me personally, I wasn't thinking about the team race. I was just thinking about, like I talk about reaching my goals, like winning. And I knew that if I won, that we'd have a good chance to win the team title. So everybody's just kind of focused on doing their part individually. And when everybody focuses on doing their part individually, the points add up. And everybody on our team, I think in some scenarios, people have to think about the team race because they're not used to like fighting extra hard to get the bonus points, get the major, get the tech. But like that was ingrained in me. Like I wanted to end every match. I wanted to pin everybody. And if it wasn't a pin, I wanted to tech them.
Yeah. And
because that was ingrained in me, then I didn't have to think about, I just knew like if I did my part that we could get it done.
Yeah. Someone asked last show on Thursday, you versus David Taylor at 157, how would that match go? And I texted you that, but you didn't answer.
Yeah, I didn't answer that on purpose. But now me and David, when I came into college, he was 74 kilos.
Yeah.
I think he was started wrestling in his international career. And I just remember we was always competitive on our feet. And then we get top and bottom folk style, and he would just like turn me so much.
Really?
Yeah, he would just like, I'd just be on my back. But like, but I think like, that was just like me as a freshman. I think I got a lot better, obviously throughout my career. But that would be like one of the questions on Twitter was like, what's a dream fantasy matchup or something?
Yeah.
I think like me and David would have been a good one
Absolutely.
to wrestle because he was my favorite wrestler growing up. Him and Ed Ruth were the 2 guys that I watched. Like those are like the only 2 guys I watched in college because I was like, nobody's as good as these guys. And the way that they wrestled, like obviously Dake beat David and stuff, but I always thought that David was a better wrestler, like more dynamic, like a much bigger score. Like Ed made everything look super easy. Like you posted a video of that against, was it Heflin?
Yeah.
Of him just like I remember watching that, and I was like, that's crazy. And so like I would like to like me versus Ed Ruth or me versus David Taylor would be some good matches.
That would be amazing. What'd you think? You know, we had the 184 all quarter century, maybe one of the more contentious ones. Ed, Aaron, Greg Jones, and Bo. What did you think? Ed wound up winning that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that you can go wrong with any of the guys there. It's just hard. It's hard to say. Like, I think that because I guess like how do you? I guess it's like based on the criteria. Like Bo won. I guess Bo didn't win the Hodge at 84. He won it at 97. Yeah. Aaron, he won 4 national titles at 184, right? Mm-hmm. And then 1 at 197.
No, three at 84.
3 at 184. 1. Oh yeah. 3. Yeah. Okay, 4-timer. I'm just getting caught in these 5-timer.
Yeah, I know.
The COVID year.
Yeah, almost had me too.
But yeah, I think any of those guys are good. I was surprised that Ed was picked just because I feel like there's always like a little bit of a recency bias, but like Ed wasn't that long ago. It was only 10 years ago, 11 years ago. But then you literally had Ed to Bo to Brooks. So And I thought because Bo ended up winning the Hodge at 97, but I think that all those guys are extremely good.
Yeah.
I also lied last show to everybody. I said that Ed won the fan vote. He did not win the fan vote. I assumed he
Who
did. But he did not.
Aaron?
I think Aaron.
Yeah.
Aaron won the fan vote?
Yeah.
So what was the other criteria?
We
all voted, and then like the fan vote is worth 1 or 2.
Oh,
or
gotcha.
whatever. So I mean, the dudes in this office respected Ed Ruth.
Yeah. I mean, I think that all those guys were good. I think that Ed and Bo were more dominant than Brooks. Brooks was obviously extremely tough and was dominant in his own way. But like Ed and Bo were pinners.
Yeah. Aaron, I think, only had 89 wins.
Yeah.
Which is, for someone that had 5 seasons, is pretty low. I could be wrong on that.
Bo probably had 120, 125 or something like that.
Yeah.
So
Ed had 130 some. I think that matters too.
Yeah.
Like just being on the mat a lot, wrestling a lot. That's pretty cool. All right. I last interviewed you right before Final X. Now Final X has happened. We've got a new world team. High level thoughts. What do you think about the squad we've got?
I think it's interesting because it's like a changing of the guard. There's only 2 or 3 returning world team members. Zahid, Kyle, and Spencer. Mm-hmm. Then everybody else is new. And then I think that it's going to be really fun. I think that team's going to have a lot of success, even though we have a lot of new guys.
Yeah.
And it's at some point you got to have some new guys come in there. But it's just crazy because there's 7 new guys in 1 year rather than like 2 or 3 in 1 year, 2 or 3 the next year. But I'm excited to see David Carr wrestle. He's been doing really well. And obviously, like, Levi is gonna be fun because he's my teammate, and it's just gonna be cool.
Did you see Carr at the rankings event? See how he did?
I saw he took bronze.
Yeah.
He beat Salkazanov. Mm-hmm. That guy's really good. I never wrestled him, but that guy beat the Iranian that beat me.
He's good
at the World Cup. So I know that he's good. And who did he lose to? He lost to Japan.
Takahashi. Yeah.
And that's not the same guy he wrestled.
No, that's Takatani.
Takatani.
Yeah.
Takahashi and Takawashi. Yeah.
He looks good.
But he makes adjustments. Like the more times he wrestles people, like he just keeps adjusting and making changes. And I mean, you saw like the first time he wrestled Mitchell in a freestyle match, Mitchell teched him.
Yeah.
And then he beat Mitchell 2 straight. So to be coachable like that and to be able to make adjustments, big adjustments to beat guys that beat him before has been really good.
Yeah, absolutely. JD, you got anything? What are the people saying, Jonathan?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. There's a couple questions for Jason about his favorite wrestlers. Let me find it. They want to know his favorite non-PSU wrestler.
Currently?
Maybe just currently or of all time.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to say of all time because I've already said who my favorite wrestlers are. But I really like watching Keegan O'Toole and really all the AWA boys. Mitchell, Keegan O'Toole, Parker Keckheisen, like they just wrestle hard. I feel like they wrestle harder than anybody else in the country.
Yeah.
When it comes to like competing with enthusiasm, those are the guys that are like the most enthusiastic when they're wrestling. So I always like watching those guys. I'd probably say like, and then David Carr. I like watching David Carr. Yeah. But I like watching Keegan because he was my weight and he likes to hit a lot of cradle. He's funky, and those are a lot of things that I like to do as well.
Y'all had a crazy match.
Yeah.
U.S. Open. What do you remember about that?
I just remember a crazy scramble right off the bat, and I scored a bunch of points right away, and then like the second period, I think that he outscored me 2-0 or 2-1 or something like that. But I just remember getting into a really good scramble with him, and then I think I ankle picked him for 4 after that. He made mid-match adjustments very well because he started wrestling like into his outside step high crotch, and I remember he got to my legs and took me down with that, and it was just fun. It was more fun to wrestle him because he's willing to open up, where a lot of people I wrestle are just trying to like wrestle defensively the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's not a lot of people, like if you watch like all my matches with Dake, like Dake doesn't shoot a lot, so he was like, he does attack a couple times a match, but it's not like consistent attacks. And like even against Burroughs, like Burroughs didn't really attack me much, like with leg attacks. And then like Keegan I felt like was like attacking, trying to hand fight, and wasn't trying to like stay in perfect position. So it was a different type of match. It was fun.
I want to know the ankle band placing right on the where you put your foot in the circle. How did that start?
I don't know when it started, but I just whenever it started, I just wanted it to be like respectful, and like when the next person comes up to wrestle in the match, like it's nice and easy there. It's laying there perfectly. They can grab it and put it on perfectly. But sometimes people throw it, and then you have to go find it. Where's the ankle band? So, and then I think I had a little bit of OCD as well.
You did a little boop at the end too.
Yeah. Boop. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was a little bit of OCD, to be honest, too. But but I think OCD has to do with like organization and neatness in general. So I think like that's the idea behind it.
I saw you do that, and I thought, this guy's got a really clean room, I bet.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes. I'm like, if I start cleaning, I clean everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If I like say there's like 10 loads of laundry that need to be folded, I won't just fold like a few of the clothes. Like I'll go through and fold everything, and then like I'll organize my closet, and then I'll like get rid of stuff that I don't wear. Like
man.
that's like when I start cleaning, like that's what it's like. If I'm doing a little bit of yard work, like I do it all. I remember like last weekend my neighbors have a bunch of like overgrown stuff that's going over my fence, and I had like leaves everywhere, and it took me like 6 or 7 hours of just like cleaning everything. But then it was like perfect after. So
I just need to get their trees under control.
Yeah.
Did it throw you off when you were like just coming on the senior level? Like, I don't know what to do with my hands after a match.
No, it didn't throw me off. I had that expectation that they're, but yeah, I wish we could do ankle bands again. Those are fun.
I think they're kind of stupid. They're kind of pointless. Like, just pick one guy. But so you do jiu-jitsu now a lot. My first question.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
First question. Why did you slam that dude?
So I didn't even think that was a slam. So the first slam, he had me in a triangle.
I was supposed to say, what do you mean it's not a slam? You picked him up.
That one, that was
like
legal.
10 seconds.
So so he got me in a triangle, which I get in a triangle almost every match. Some reason, I don't know why, but people get me in a triangle every match. Like, and this slam that we're looking at here, that's not. I didn't think that was a slam. The first slam, I actually slammed him like from the triangle, but this one, he's in closed guard, and I was like, I'm just gonna go to my knees.
Yeah, that is pretty innocuous.
And I just went to my knees. The first one, I actually slammed him hard. That one, I thought I hit my knees before he hit, but I do everything aggressively. So I was like, if I'm gonna go to my knees, I'm gonna. Like, if I wouldn't have slammed him, I would have jumped off of my feet, through my shoulder into his jaw, but I didn't think that was going to get me DQ'd. I was like, I'm just going to go down and.
Why is that referee wearing sunglasses?
Be a little, yeah, that was stupid. I was like, I'm going to be a little aggressive.
Is he blind?
This is cool.
But you can see with my hands, I kind of whip him down a little bit. But I mean, if you saw the previous slam, you'd be like, okay. But you can slam out of a submission. You just can't slam out of closed guard. But again, I didn't think that.
Is that Pato?
Yeah, that's Pato.
Oh man, he's really good.
He's really good. That was round 2. I feel like I was getting him frustrated, and because it was the first round was 0-0. Like, he would have won ref's decision. But the way that AEGO works is, if you have two periods that are tied 0-0, and then one person wins 1-0 in a match, even if the other person would have won ref's decision, then I still win. So I was starting to get him really tired and frustrated. I think I was going to eventually score on him, but we'll never know.
We'll never know.
Yeah. I do have a bone bruise on my shin, though, still from that match a month ago.
Really?
Yeah.
What
he had me in like some, I don't know the move names. He had me in something, and he had my leg locked, and I went to like high step out of it, and I got out of it, but then I was like, was limping around forever because and then now I have like a freaking bad bone bruise on my shin. It's starting to heal a little bit, but
I think he's the one. He hits like the Z-lock, I think it's called, like really dangerous.
Yeah.
Like breaks a lot of guys'
yeah,
legs.
yeah. I felt like he was definitely strong enough to break my leg, but I was able to actually defend his leg locks pretty
Glad it didn't come to that.
good. Yeah.
Which do you prefer, jiu-jitsu or wrestling?
Come on, you better not say jiu-jitsu, Jason.
Well, there's I like right now. I like competing in jiu-jitsu, or I like jiu-jitsu because I like submissions.
Yeah.
I like being able to like get people to tap out, which it doesn't happen very often. But when I get a submission in practice, even if it's on like, there's this one kid, Rainey. He's been to the wrestling club once, and then he never came back. But he does jiu-jitsu at my school at Kingsway at Gordon School, and this one go, I just submitted him like 12 times, and I just looked at him like, that's right. Like, but he's like 90 pounds. He's like 90 pounds, but I was like, it feels good to get, like, when I tap my wife out, like, yeah, maybe that didn't sound right, but but I'll put her in an arm bar or something, or a leg lock, and she taps. I'm like, that's right. So I like that aspect of
Like
jiu-jitsu.
making somebody actually quit.
Yeah, making them quit.
Like
And
not the referee stopped it. That's what happens during a pin. You chose to quit.
Yeah,
You had to.
I like folk style wrestling too, because you can kind of get that same feeling of like getting people to quit and pinning them. And freestyle, I feel like it's not as much like getting people to quit as it is like just like being technically better and like strategically better. Where like if you get a takedown and you just like gut them 4 times, like you didn't make them quit, you just are better than them. And I like the aspect of making people quit. That's fun for me. So I'd say I like folk style better than jiu-jitsu, but I like jiu-jitsu better than freestyle.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
You've been coached by Cale Sanderson and now John Danaher, two
Yep.
both regarded as kind of the tops of their craft. Similarities, differences between the two?
They're not very similar. I mean, they're similar in the way that they're very successful and like great coaches
And
and
bald.
and bald, exactly, and old.
Oh man.
But Danaher is a lot more technical, and maybe to the point than Cale is. Cale is more like a lead, like not necessarily a leader, but like a mindset coach, philosophical. Where I think Danaher was actually like a philosophy professor or something.
Yes.
Columbia.
Yeah, Columbia. But Danaher is definitely philosophical too, but jiu-jitsu is a more knowledge-based sport than wrestling, I would say. So like if you just don't know things, then you can't just like be that good at it. Where in wrestling, I feel like it's technical too, but you can just have really good defense and have one good shot and beat everybody with that. Where in jiu-jitsu, you have to like know a lot of things. So I think that, and I'd say like Danaher's a little bit more like vulgar than Cale. You don't ever really hear Cale like swearing or anything like that. So that's a little bit of a difference, but they're both like ultra competitive and they breed success. Like everybody that's in those rooms, like they want to be champions. They want to be the best in the world. And that has to start from somewhere. That's starting from the leaders. So
Now, Danaher wears a rash guard everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Have you approached Cale about wearing a singlet everywhere, even in public?
he should. Yeah.
Just because you never know when you're going to have to bust onto a wrestling
that might
match.
not be too good of a sight for spectators. I don't know. Maybe since
Oh no, he still looks freaking jacked.
he's jacked.
That would be funny. Like, obviously baseball managers wear baseball uniforms. Wrestling coaches, sorry, you got to suit up.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That's kind of a weird aspect. That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, it is funny that Danaher does wear a rash guard everywhere.
even in public.
I never even understood rash guards. I was like, why do they wear rash guards? But now I like them.
Oh, really?
I like it. Yeah. I think that wrestlers should compete in shorts and rash guard.
You're preaching to the choir here, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice. I like wearing it, and you can train in it. Like I think I saw Bo on Nickels and Dimes said like wrestling's like the only sport where you don't like train in what you actually compete in.
Right.
Where some people train in singlets, but it's like kind of weird to train in a singlet.
It is, yeah.
Unless you're doing like match day.
Yeah.
And even people that are wearing singlets, like usually wear like a shirt underneath it or a shirt over top of it, or, but yeah, they should definitely do shorts and rash guards.
That was a hot topic like 8 years ago.
They tried to do 2-piece singlets at one point.
Yeah.
But instead of doing like the spandex bottoms, just do shorts.
Yes.
I mean,
absolutely.
You get a lot more
shorts. Fingers like never really get caught in it.
No.
It's really just kind of people like holding on to tradition, which I understand. But I mean, I think the number one key to quote unquote growing the sport, I kind of hate that term, but is literally getting more participation involved at the lowest level. And I think, for some kids, a singlet's a tough sell.
It is a tough sell.
I never had a problem with it because I just kind of always grew up with it. It wasn't really a big thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of part of it. But if you're trying to get, a 13-year-old into the sport for the first time, it's like, hey, go in front of your entire school district and wear this spandex and maybe get your butt kicked.
Yeah.
Tough sell.
Wrestling would double immediately.
Yeah.
Double it.
I don't know about double,
Triple it.
Yeah. Now we're talking. It is such
10x that.
I'm telling you, like, and everyone, dude, this is one of my pet peeves when people are like, if they wouldn't wrestle because of a singlet, then they weren't tough, that they weren't going to make it anyways. It's total hogwash. That is not the case at all.
Yeah.
It's just a barrier, and kids don't want to.
Also, who cares? More participation is better.
Yeah,
whether they were going to be like in the starting lineup and have a winning record and successful or not, it's just good to have more kids out for the sport.
But like the people that would like tweet that, like we're talking about like when I was coaching, like these are like the farm kids that are up at 5 a.m. every single day working constantly. Like they're not. It's not because they're not tough enough. They just don't want to wear a stupid singlet. Like, it's not because they lack like whatever. And some kids, maybe who knows, but yeah, maybe more to JD's point. Who cares if we lose or if some of them aren't for us? Like it should be. It's more than anything. Forget even that aspect of it. The singlet just has no utility in reality for the sport. Like it doesn't
NFTs.
actually. It doesn't.
Here's the thing: switch the word singlet out for leotard, which it is, and I think a lot of people would change their mind.
Yeah, I know.
On it, like, no, you wear spandex leotards.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, like people aren't walking around in the streets wearing singlets. Like they're wearing shorts and a shirt. So like you get used to like if you ever have to like defend yourself or something, like you're used to that too. But yeah, I think that they should definitely go to rash guard and shorts.
All right, Jason Nolf says it. Yeah. Make it so.
I feel like I have no authority though. I'm like I say that, but like what does that do?
I don't know. Momentum. You never know.
Let's tweet it.
Let's tweet it.
Put it on Twitter.
Bring it
Zach,
back.
tweet it.
Put it on X.
The Everything app.
So Madness, he tweeted this at you, but he's also in the chat, and he really wants you to talk about this match with Todd Rank and just kind of walk us through it. We talked about it before the show, but it's worth
Madness.
Yeah, it's worth bringing it up now.
Oh, this one.
Everyone
Yes, I
knows
remember
this
this.
one. So
I still
you
get
were
like
on the ropes.
So
bro.
pause it real quick.
Okay.
I get to that point and I'm like, I cannot believe I just gave up a reversal. First of all, I usually don't care about giving up scores, but the way that I slipped off there, I didn't like that. And then to have him dance on me was messed up.
Watch this.
on Todd Rank.
Going for the cradle. Whoop.
Slipped right off.
Right out.
I was like, all right. Now he cuts.
And he
me.
gave you the hip thrust too. He gave you the hump.
That was messed up. But
Oh, look, you don't even know what's coming.
I was already frustrated in this match. It's the third period, and it's a minute and a half left, and we're wrestling Buffalo, and you got to pin Buffalo, especially if you're trying to get the most pins. You got to pin Buffalo, and at this point, I was super frustrated. But then when he danced on me, I kind of liked it because it gave me an excuse to get a little bit more aggressive with him. Where in college, when I was wrestling, I used to like if you watch my matches in high school, I was literally like a bully, like almost like disrespectful. I would like shove people out of bounds even after the ref blew the whistle. Like I would just like think about like Metcalf or something. Like that's kind of how I wrestled. And then in college, I didn't really wrestle like that because I felt like my technique was like good enough to just, and I didn't want to be seen as disrespectful. But when he did that to me, it kind of brought joy to my heart.
You see that guy in the background?
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to key
You
in
made
on
his
there.
day.
Yeah.
It kind of brought joy to me because it allowed me to like just get aggressive with them, and I was super pumped.
Have you ever talked to this kid about it?
No, I never talked to him. After the match, he just like was really respectful. He said like, "Good job, thanks for the match," or something like that. And then, but he's in Texas now and he's fighting MMA.
All right.
So maybe we'll have to line up an MMA match.
Yeah, let's do that.
That was a big question that we got too, Jason. Was have you ever considered MMA? Would you want to take that route?
I've considered it many times. Anytime I go out with Bo to his UFC fights, I want to do it. I'm like, dang, this is fun. Because just like spending the week with your boys at Airbnb in Vegas, and then like everybody's there to support you, and then you just go out and kick some butt and like knock somebody out or whatever, you just submit them. Like that sounds fun to me. But like MMA in itself is like such a serious sport, and you have to like be locked in to that. It's got to be number one priority. And I'm just not in a position right now where that could be my number one priority. So because of that, I'm not going to fight at this moment. But I'll probably never fight. But do jiu-jitsu, like it's a little bit more laid back, and it allows me to focus on like my higher priority stuff, like Ocean and wrestling club and stuff like that. Awesome.
How have you enjoyed your first year of coaching?
I love it. The more I coach, the more I love coaching. And I've always wanted to coach, a college program. And I think I will again someday. But coaching a youth club, I've always kind of wanted to do that too. And I think it's a lot of fun, like seeing the kids grow, like seeing the culture change, like seeing their work ethic last year to what it's like now, and like seeing them change their mindset on like how they're supposed to be drilling and how they're supposed to be wrestling live, and kind of their attitude when it comes to being in the room. And I just love seeing kids improve. And I feel like we've been able to, me and the coaching staff there have been able to do a good job of helping the kids, and we want to just keep helping them get better and better. And still got a long way to go, but Texas wrestling isn't like Pennsylvania wrestling, where it's there's a really high level club or high school coach or high school team everywhere. It's kind of few and far between to get like good coaches here, and so it's a little bit behind. But I think if you can get some more high level coaches coming down here, then Texas could be a pretty big wrestling state.
Yeah. You mentioned college coaching. Was there a time, correct me if I'm wrong, were you ever going to coach at Stanford? Was that a thing?
That was a thing. It got tweeted. It wasn't really a thing, but it was kind of a thing. So I almost went to Stanford to wrestle in college with Jason Borelli. I love Coach Borelli. He's the man. And then I ended up deciding to go to Penn State. Then after Penn State, Maddie was playing soccer for the Utah Royals, and I was trying to like figure out how I could be closer to her and like make it easier because we were married, and we spent the first 5 years being married apart, like in different states basically, which was really difficult. And so Pennsylvania State College is kind of hard to get to Salt Lake City, so I started talking to Coach Borelli again, and Kerry McCoy was coach out there for the club, and they wanted to kind of bring me on as like the fourth assistant, but like they said like my main role would just to be like train with the athletes and like train in the RTC, like do what I got to do. And they made me a really good offer, and I was getting ready to accept it. And I called Coach Kale and I told him I was accepting it. And then COVID happened.
Found out you weren't accepting.
Well, then Stanford that day announced they were dropping the wrestling program.
Oh my gosh!
Literally
it was that day.
That day, after I called Coach Kale, it was that day they announced they were dropping the wrestling program. I'm like, okay, God, I'm not going to go to Stanford. So then I called them back, told them I'm not going, and then I kept wrestling. And then I think in 2021, maybe Was it when Rob Cole got the coaching job
Yeah.
at Stanford?
Or was it in 2020?
Whenever he got the job,
It was 2021, right?
It was.
Because that was when Shane won NCAAs, right?
yeah. Shane won with Borelli, I think.
Yes,
That's
but
right.
then after
Yeah,
that
you're
is
right.
when
You're right, John. 21.
So when Rob Cole got the job, he called me and made me another offer. I don't even know if he made me an offer, but I told him I would think about it, but I never committed to that one. But then like Pat Mineo tweeted that I was going to Stanford, and I was like, I don't even know how he found that out. Yeah.
there it is.
Stanford went from wrestling is done to come have some fun in the sun with Rob Cole and Jason Nolf. That was 2021, yeah. But I don't even know how he found that out because literally the only person that I talked to about it was Rob Cole. So I was like, Rob Cole must have said something to Pat Mineo.
Did you tell your wife? Maybe she told Pat.
Yeah, maybe my wife told Pat. So yeah, I never accepted that job or anything. I just told him I would think about it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I did accept Kerry McCoy's offer, and then I had to go back after they canceled wrestling and tell them that I de-accept. I de-accept.
Yeah, you did. You did.
So, but I like Stanford. I like the golf course there. I like the program.
You're big into golf,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
When did that start?
I need to golf with Scotty Scheffler. That's my
Oh, really?
because he went to Texas.
Okay.
Yeah,
Dallas guy.
Spieth. Him and Spieth. Those are my two of my favorite golfers. We need to play golf with them. So if you guys are watching, Scott, if you're watching
They are
FRL right
watching.
now, let's play some golf. But no, I started playing with my buddy Garrett Bastardi in what?
Not a golfer.
I am a golfer.
Wow.
I started playing with Garrett Bastardi. He was my best friend in college and still my best friend. And he was a pro golfer. Not on the PGA Tour or anything, but like a local pro golfer, and he just got me into it. We played all the time, and then once I got a country club membership, I just went like every day and just started playing a ton. So
What's your handicap?
I'm like an 8 or a 9.
Dang.
Pretty good.
That's good
Yeah.
for starting that late.
I played golf with Garrett right before I went to AIGA. I shot 35 on the back nine. I shot 1 under par,
Dang.
which was crazy.
Any holes in ones yet?
No,
yet?
no. But I chipped in on 18 for eagle. It was only my second eagle ever on that same round.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I don't know if you think the fans care about golf?
I don't know.
Probably
They care about you.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Whatever you're into,
That's what I'm doing.
People want to know your weekly schedule. Somebody did ask about that. They
My
wanna know
weekly
what-
schedule
what you do.
usually.
Yeah.
I mean, I work on Ocean pretty much all day. I'm just constantly doing stuff for that, and then I train jiu-jitsu usually 3 to 4 times a week at 12:30, and then I coach my wrestling club 2 to 3 times a week at 6:30. So in between those is just work, and I'm pretty busy all day, every day, pretty much.
Every time I open my phone, I get hit with a new Ocean technique video.
Let's go.
Talk about the growth you're seeing, what you're most excited about with Ocean.
We just started doing ads, so that's probably why you're
right,
you're
yeah.
seeing that. Yeah. So up until like a couple months ago, we never did any ads really, because the platform wasn't really in a spot to scale, but now it is. We've had a really good like tech lead on our team, and our developers are good, so we can start like pumping out ads and promoting it. I actually just filmed Winn-Dixie instructional in scrambling. It's like an hour and a half long, and Tyke Kwan said that it's the best instructional he's ever seen.
Who's that?
He buys like all of our instructions.
Oh, really?
He's a Cornell guy.
Oh, dang.
Like
Last name Doe.
Taekwondo.
Taekwondo.
Yeah. But yeah, I show every little secret about my Winn-Dixie.
What about how to
Ooh.
stop it?
I think I do show how to stop
Okay.
it. Yeah.
My son could have used that a year ago.
Yeah.
It was a
So,
tragedy.
But then I show if somebody stops it, how you can get it again.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. So it's kind of hard to fully stop. This is a good one right here.
Oh, look at this.
See, proof that you do golf.
I am a golfer.
Did you beat Trump?
I probably wouldn't beat Trump. No.
Well, he's got the caddy cheating for him. Did you see that video this weekend?
Uh-uh.
I didn't see that.
Mm-mm.
The caddy just casually dropping a ball for him.
This was at Toft Street. It was at State College.
You did tell the story last time you were here that you had the opportunity to golf with Trump, right?
I didn't golf with Trump. I golfed at Trump's golf course Bedminster. Bo played golf with Trump, and
Wasn't that the time that AJ Ferrari hurt you though?
yeah, so we went to. I hung out with Trump at Bedminster for the live event, and we like got to hang out in his suite and everything, and we walked the course with them, but I didn't get to actually like play golf with him personally.
What did AJ Ferrari do?
I was doing this wrestling camp in East St. Louis, or it was in St. Louis or something.
Oh, dang.
And me and AJ Ferrari were doing it the same day. And I literally, so the night before, I missed my connection. So I stayed in Chicago, had to get up at like 4 a.m., catch a flight from Chicago to St. Louis. And then I didn't eat anything. I think I had like a coffee, which I never drink coffee. I had a coffee and got immediately to the wrestling camp, taught like 2 sessions, didn't eat anything. I think I had a cookie for lunch. And then after, AJ's like, you want to like play around a little bit? I'm like, yeah, I'll play around a little bit, but like I didn't eat anything and like I'm not warmed up at all. Like, and we started wrestling and then it got harder and harder. And then we were going live basically. And I shot like a low double on him. And then he sprawled on me and his body like crushed my ribs. I thought I broke like 5 of my ribs. Like I had a bad bruised rib, and I was supposed to fly to Newark that night to go to the live event with Trump and those guys and Bo and Garrett. And I was like, I have to go to like a hospital. So I called my doctor and I was like, can I fly with broken ribs? And he's like, you should be fine. And he's like, and I didn't know if they were broken, but I was like, theoretically, if they are broken. So then I took, I couldn't even walk. They had to wheelchair me through the airport.
You're kidding.
And they're like, can you stand up to like get checked for the x-ray? I'm like, no, I can't stand up. Like, it was literally that bad. I fly to Newark. I go immediately to an urgent care. And they're like, you have 5 broken bones in your ribs. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? And they're like, I don't even know how you're here. So then they're like, you need to go to the ER immediately, and you might have to get surgery. And I was like, okay. So Garrett takes me to the ER, and then I'm like sitting there for like hours.
Classic.
And just like, and then I don't know if God changed like my ribs or something happened, but then the place called back and they're like, hey, we're just kidding. Your ribs aren't broken. Like the other place called back. So then I was like, okay, well that's good, but I'm still in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
And so I don't know who read the first x-ray. It seems like pretty clear whether your ribs are broken.
It was that IEGA ref.
Yeah, it was the IEGA ref. And so I stayed all night in the hospital, had to get CT scans, was freezing cold, kept asking for more blankets. They wouldn't give them to me. And then like they had to give me like some pain medicine, and then I was able to like walk around a little bit. But like I was out for like 12 weeks from wrestling.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I couldn't do anything.
What year was this?
This was maybe 2023.
Dang. So that's not a good time to be off the mat for 12 weeks.
No. Oh, I got my first tournament back was the Olympic trials qualifier, the Bill Farrell.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I had just like, it was the first day of wrestling back was that Monday, where I actually was able to wrestle. And then I asked Varner, and I'm like, hey, can I still register for the Bill Farrell? I was like 20 some pounds over.
Perfect.
But it was plus 2 kilos in just one day. And if I didn't do that, I was going to have to make scratch both days at the US Open. And I was like, I'd much rather just go win the Bill Farrell. And I was like, I don't want to make weight scratch twice in a row.
No.
So I made 167 and was able to win that tournament, my first tournament back.
Holy cow. That's insane.
We just got a donation in the chat.
Oh.
Let's go.
For a question, Logan Ward donated $4.99.
Come on, Logan, up that.
Yeah.
Up
I need
it.
a 1 cent.
He asks, how good is Kale still? And do you have any funny stories about wrestling with him?
Kale is very good still. I think that his shoulders are starting to hurt him a little bit, so he doesn't shoot as much, but he's so good when you get to his legs. And if you're good when people are on your legs, you don't have to shoot. And he's big. He's like 230,
Dang.
240 maybe.
Yeah, he looks
260.
Let's float it 260.
So Kale's 260. Put that on Twitter and tag him.
He won't see it, but
Yeah. Maybe Coach Casey will see it.
yeah.
But no, my favorite story with Coach Kale is not a wrestling related story, but it's a story. Me and Shakur, we're down at the Georgia camp. They do like a camp at Georgia every year, like at one of the colleges down there. Like all the Penn State coaches go down, and a lot of the team guys go down and help out. And we were freshmen. Me and Shakur thought it would be funny to tabletop Coach Kale, and you know what a tabletop is, like where
You get on all fours behind him.
Yeah.
And shove him.
So I think, I don't remember who did what. I think Shakur got on all fours behind Coach Kale, and I pushed Coach Kale over Shakur, and he was so mad. He was so mad. And like, I remember like, cause it was like, I didn't even think about it as like a sign of disrespect, but like,
Yeah.
cause he was always goofing around with us and stuff. But like at the same time, he's our head coach. Like we can't just do stuff like that. And yeah, he was really mad at us. So I had to go back and apologize that night, and he was forgiving.
That's good.
Yeah. But no, I mean, we used to, everybody, like Coach Kale will wrestle like 10 matches in a day. Like we used to do match days, and he would just wrestle like match after match. Like, and he'll never turn down like a challenge. If anybody like asks him to wrestle, he'll just wrestle with them. So it's, I think that's pretty cool.
Why don't you challenge him, JD?
What,
Yeah, he'll
Kale?
wrestle
He
you.
won't turn it down.
He won't turn it down.
All right, next time I'm in the room,
Yep.
All right, there you go.
There you
I'll challenge him.
We got a couple more questions in
Yeah.
the chat. This is just a fun one from our friend Andrew Spay. He wants to know how long your Birkenstocks typically last, and how soon does he expect you do expect to replace these ones?
These are
I don't expect to replace these ones ever.
Thank you.
dang.
Spay is always getting on me to replace my Birkenstocks.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah, these are still, they're holding up pretty good. Honestly.
Jeez.
They're still together. Birkenstocks make it's not an ad. Birkenstocks makes the best flip flop.
There you go.
Yeah. I've had these since 2021 or something.
Dang.
Yeah, I wear them all the time. So
A lot of mileage.
I don't even like, when I look at them, I'm like, those look good. But every time somebody else looks at them, they're like, those are trash.
What's going on there?
Like, what's going on? But
Those
I
are
don't even-
actually in better condition than mine.
I think it's like I think like you ever like, I don't know if this is a good analogy, but like a frog that's in like cold water and then they slowly turn it up to like boiling.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't buy these new, but like I've been in these for so long, I don't see any difference between when they started and what they are now.
There you go.
Not even the fact that like the right one's shaped completely different from the left.
Is it?
Well, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that thing sticking.
Oh yeah, that thing is sticking out.
You got like a
Look at
fin.
those. Can you get it? Which camera is it on?
I don't
There
know.
we
One
go.
of them's moving around there.
Giving the dogs away.
I just
for
put them on
free.
the ground.
Yeah. Those are nice. Look at that.
Uh,
Great camera work from Greg.
some more questions. NC Matt in the chat. He really wants to know about Young Guns. If you have any good stories from the Young Guns training days.
Yeah, I would say like Young Guns is probably one of my favorite teams to be on of all time. It was so fun to be a part of that team growing up. We had so many good guys: Mikey Kemmer, Spencer Lee, Tyler Smith, Josh Shields, Maruka. Our team was always stacked. Luke Pletcher, Sammy Krivas. We had a ton of, and that's just like the guys that I was wrestling with consistently. We had a ton of like other lightweights and big guys that were always in the room. But it was crazy because that room, it was like one mat. It was like, I don't know if you've ever been to Franklin Regional High School.
Yeah.
But it's like such a small
Not big.
wrestling room, and all of those guys were in the same room wrestling with each other consistently every week. And it was just fun to like train with such high level guys. And I think that's why we were all able to get so good, is because we were all training with each other. And Jody was a great leader. He always, similarly to Kale and other good coaches, doesn't emphasize just wrestling, but the importance of being like a hard worker outside of the wrestling room, like doing everything right, getting good grades, treating people with respect. Like those are things that if you can build those up in a person, their wrestling is going to get way better.
Yeah.
Where if you have somebody that's like not really doing the right things outside of wrestling and disrespectful to people, it's hard to like reach your full potential as a wrestler. So Yeah, we always went to Disney duels together, which was fun. Jody's actually the one that gave me the nickname Nolf Pack.
Oh, really?
Either Jody or John. But yeah, I got that nickname at Young Guns. So I credit that to them, and just like two of my favorite people ever.
You're obviously bigger, but could you beat Spencer in high school?
Yeah. He was like 100 pounds. and
Yeah.
Maybe I was 150.
So you can take him out.
Yeah. But I used to love wrestling with Spencer. Spencer and Gavin Teasdale. I used to just grab those guys after practice and roll around with them. And Spencer's one of my favorite. This is a good question. Who does Jason Nolf think are the best pound for pound wrestlers in America? I would say Spencer is definitely probably one of the top guys in America.
I would agree.
That's what we think as well. We had to convince Christian though. He said no.
No. You know what they did? These frickers, I had to fight, scratch and claw. They had Spencer behind Vito. Vito's great.
When Vito was the world champion and Spencer was not.
Everyone knows Vito's resume. This is a learned audience, including Jason.
Yep.
I think Spencer was better. I think he should have been the number one. And high school junior had to take care of business. And now I think Spencer hopefully will be the rightful number one.
We'll see. We're still
Look,
waiting.
Who else is in contention? I mean, like Kyle Snyder, obviously. Dake.
But now he's lost to Zahid, so that changes.
Yeah. I mean, I think Dake would probably be like up there, obviously. Zahid would be up there. Yeah. I mean, if you're talking pound for pound, like, I guess like at 86 kilo, but like if you're actually talking about like real weight, like Dake's smaller than Zahid too.
True.
So, so Dake's really good, obviously. I think Burroughs, I mean, I don't know if he's still wrestling, but he's obviously still one of the best pound for pound guys.
Yeah.
In America.
He wrestles again.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
So yeah, I think all those guys are pretty dang good.
Heck yeah.
I'd say Spencer. Right.
Me too.
You're talking about just like you're growing up training. Is there anything you would change about your training growing up, or would you encourage kids to like train exactly how you did?
I would encourage kids to train how I did. My schedule was usually like Sunday I would practice once, Monday would be twice, Tuesday twice, Wednesday twice, and I had to drive an hour and a half. Or to Young Guns it was only an hour, but I'd drive an hour each way to practice. I would stay after, do extra rope climbs or sprints or pull-ups, whatever it was. And then Thursday and Friday usually just train once, and then Saturday was off if I wasn't competing. So like I was training like 9-10 times a week.
Are clubs just open every day in Pennsylvania?
So I would go to...
There's no clubs that are open more than 3 days a week.
Yeah, I would go to either Mat Factory or Young Guns on Sundays, and then I would go to Young Guns on Mondays, and then I'd go to Mat Factory Tuesday, and then Young Guns Wednesday, and then I didn't do club Thursday or Friday.
Okay, just be like your high school team.
Yeah, my high school team.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you would do that during season?
Yeah.
Wrestling season. So you'd go to high school practice and then to club practice?
Yeah. It was a 2-hour high school practice too, and they were hard as crap. Coach Noel ran the practices, and we just do so much like hard drilling and sprinting and running and everything, and then I would have to drive an hour, and all while cutting so much weight. That's one thing I would change about my high school career is if I had to go back and do it again, I would not cut any weight because it was literally miserable. Like the training stuff, like I was so used to that, like that wasn't necessarily fun for me, but I also knew like what I wanted to accomplish. But cutting weight and nutrition would be the biggest things that I would change now that I have a better understanding of it. So
back in April, you tweeted the number one key to cutting weight is not eating out at restaurants. Is that the truth?
I just discovered it when I was so I used to I did a grain-free diet with Coach Cal. I would basically not eat anything with flour or anything processed. Like try to avoid processed stuff about like any sugary foods or anything like that for like 2 or 3 years. But I was still like getting big, and then I would do like after competing I would do like a week or 2 weeks of like eating whatever I wanted to, and then I'd get back to it. And I was starting to get really big. Like I had to cut like 20 pounds for the Bill Farrell to get plus 2 kilos, or like 18 pounds, something like that. So that was like a huge weight cut for me. And after that, I'm like, I need to start, like, it's really hard to make plus 2 kilos. I need to like figure out what to do. So I stopped eating out at restaurants, and I also prayed about this too. And I just stayed consistent doing everything else I was doing. And when I stopped eating out at restaurants, I started like, I got down to like 175 from like 185 to 175, no issue. And within like a month. So then I realized that for people that eat out at restaurants, like even if you think what you're eating is healthy, it's like not as good for you as like stuff that you could eat at home.
Yeah.
So
I like Pirate's counter to Nolf's tweet there.
There you go.
weird. I only eat at restaurants. Way the lowest I have in about 10 years today.
Dang.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know, there's two ways to go
Checkmate.
about it. There's the Nolf way,
So,
there's the
yeah,
Pirate way.
you can not eat out at restaurants, or you could eat out every restaurant, every meal.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Those are your two options.
But don't do it in between.
No,
Form.
don't eat home and at restaurants.
Yeah. This is the scientific research we do on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions from there? We got some other stuff to get into.
You talked about this a little bit, but I think it'd be good to hear maybe a little more about Texas wrestling. What do you think it would take for Texas to elevate?
I think it would help to get some college programs down here, some D1 college programs, and start getting some more interest in the area. I think it's just going to be tough because it's like Texas is nicer weather in the winter, so like people would rather be outside playing sports and playing football and everything, where in Pennsylvania there's nothing to do but wrestle in the winter. It's either wrestle or basketball, especially with like the amount of small schools in Pennsylvania. Like there's a lot of big schools in Texas, and it's real spread out. So, but I think there can be Texas wrestling can get better, but we need better coaches, and be helpful to get some university programs down here.
Yeah. That'd be great.
Maybe start one at UT.
That would be amazing. Definitely a dream. Read this one, Cozy.
Oh, okay.
This one's fun.
This one from Kimball. Question for Jason. What are Kale's fundamentals, as referred to by Quentin Wright a while back? And then he included that he has permission from Kale, and it's a beautiful
Screenshot of him.
screenshot. Yeah.
Oh, well, since Kale Sanderson, who's my best friend.
According to Kimball.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man. Anything for you, seeing as you were my best friend.
Yeah, he did. He's Kimball's best friend.
Yeah. It's Kimball's best
Okay.
friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool, Kimball.
Good for Kimball.
All right, yeah, I'll just spill it. In that case, I'll spill all the secrets.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't think it's like I don't think there's like any secrets. I think it's just actually John Danaher tweeted this or put it on Instagram the other day, but it was really insightful. Like a lot of people are trying to find the secret ingredient to becoming successful in wrestling, and everybody's trying to add something that like they don't know to wrestling. But in reality, if you just look at your life, you can see, are the things that you're doing helping you reach your goals? And usually there's a lot of things that are not helping you reach your goals that people have in their life. Missing practice, that's not helping you reach your goals, right? So if you just eliminate the things that are preventing you from being as successful as you can be, you just eliminate the bad stuff instead of trying to add on new stuff. You eliminate missing practice. You eliminate eating garbage. You eliminate hanging out with that wrong group of friends, and you just start eliminating the things that are not good for you, and then you start to see like a massive increase in success. So like for me, it was always about just like trying to surround myself with the best people, and trying to work as hard as I can in everything that I do. And yeah, I mean, it's easy to identify the things that aren't good for you and just eliminate those things. I'd say that's like an important concept that people don't really grasp, I'd say.
Is it funny to you that Penn State has this sort of air of like there are secrets, that it is like no one knows how you guys get so good?
Well, I'll tell you how they get so good is like all the training partners. Like we're literally wrestling with world and Olympic champions every day.
Yep.
Like when I was going through Penn State, I was wrestling with Frank Molinaro, and I was wrestling with Kale and Casey and David Taylor and Franklin Gomez. Like I'm wrestling with all of these senior level guys that have done what I've wanted to do, and you're just creating a culture with the most. It's exactly what David's doing now. David's surrounding his Oklahoma State with a high level RTC. That's the key right there. You gotta just build a nice RTC, and then like that's not only it. Like that doesn't mean that that's the only thing. But when you're surrounding yourself with other champions and like people that are doing the right things, like how did they become successful? How did they become Olympic champion, world champion? What are they doing? And you're just like if you look at I don't know, like Iowa, like the most successful person is probably Spencer right now. Like that's part of the program, but that's only one example of like people to look to. So like everybody on the team, if I want to be successful, I got to do things the way that Spencer's doing them. But at Penn State, we have 15 different guys that are doing that have done it. And okay, you can have 15 different ways. Which one will maybe suit me the best? You say, okay, well, Dake's doing it this way, and David's doing it this way, Kale is doing it this way. But now you have a lot of things to pull from. And as you pull from like a larger, like what are the things that all of these people have in common? Let me prioritize those things. And now everybody's like subconsciously doing that all the time because they're surrounded by all the best wrestlers in the world, and they're trying to like everybody that's there wants to win. And I think it has to do, like the success has to do with like the planning and the structure of practices and the mindset aspect of it. The fact that Coach Kell never yells at anybody. Nobody's afraid to lose because they're afraid that the coach is going to yell at them. All little things. I mean, it's just like common sense stuff that adds up. Like they just do everything right. And if you're not doing things right, like the more things you don't do right, the harder it is to build a successful program. So if you just do everything right and be honest and have integrity, that's how you build a good program. And then those other things that I talked about as well go along with it.
That's great.
Why is not every program just super successful? Then it makes it sound so simple. But I mean, like it is.
RTCs aren't as good.
Yeah, but I guess yeah.
Yeah, and maybe their practice planning isn't as good, and but it's not like maybe they're running their kids into the ground at the end of the season too much, or maybe the way that they treat them after a wrestling match isn't the right way to treat them, and you got to know each athlete's different too, so you got to figure out how to treat each person individually. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to. Oklahoma State's now doing a good job, I think, competing with Penn State because they're building their RTC and they have like all those high level people in the room now. But we'll see if it's enough to actually compete with them, or I think they'll be able to.
Yeah,
I think you could see other programs grow as well with the right people in place and with money behind. Yeah. I mean, it helps to have money. I mean, Oklahoma State has a ton of money. I think Penn State has good money, but like not like people are saying. I feel like schools that haven't had a lot of success, that have a lot of money, have a lot of potential in the next 10 to 15 years because the donors will be hungry for success. Mm-hmm. They want to build that program up where it's like at Penn State, they've had that success. So is it going to be as easy to keep getting the funding to coming in and in right. Because they're not like, I don't want to say they're not hungry for success because they always want to win, but and I think that's something that Kale does really good is even if people aren't getting as much money coming in, he's like, hey, like this is where we're going to help you win and reach your goals. And like with a lot of kids, that's more important to them than money. Like money's still important, and it's not like they're not getting anything, but like I said, I think that some of these other programs with the right people in place could really make an impact on the landscape of college wrestling.
Do you like the emerging kind of Oklahoma State, Penn State rivalry, or are you like, I want to see my alma mater dominate?
I like it. I like it. I mean, I obviously love Penn State, but a lot of the Oklahoma State guys were Penn State guys too. Mm-hmm. They're my friends, and I like them too. So I want to see both teams be successful, and I think it's good.
If David was ever like, hey, you want to make the 7-hour drive up and maybe be a college coach? under me? Would you ever consider?
I don't know. Probably not right now, but not something I'm like I said before. Like, I mean, I'd like to eventually have my own program, run my own program, and I have a good idea of like people I'd want to bring in to run it with me. So, but I think that college coaching could be really fun. But I also like what I'm doing now, and yeah, there's a time for everything, but yeah.
Still young in your career for sure.
Yeah.
Are some other odds and ends to kind of get into, not necessarily related to Jason, but welcome any chime-ins. You mentioned Oklahoma State, pick up Ignacio Villaseñor. Good pickup for them. Was sort of assumed. He moved from Colorado to Stillwater, goes to Stillwater High School, so they keep him. Ben Askren, our boy, great update. You guys are probably seeing them all as Ben is kind of posting every couple days what he's up to, his progression. But Bader, who, if you don't know, has been with Ben throughout a lot. He was with Ben in the hospital in Las Vegas and in Wisconsin, and then now that Ben's back home, Bader's been there a lot, and he did this interview with Ben, which I will not, we won't play here, but because it's 13 minutes, but it is everything you would expect from Ben. If you guys listen to this show, you got to understand Ben's mindset and approach to life, and he really, some of that stuff you could say, man, easier said than done, right? Just you can't control that, so whatever. But he really, I don't know. It's just inspiring how he lives his life, how he approaches his situation. Where a lot of people, I mean, I feel like I've hung my head more about this than Ben has, which is like sort of convicting in a way. But just inspiring, and appreciate Bader doing that and putting that time in, and hope you would listen to.
I'll link to that YouTube video in the description of this episode.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, also update, we are back on video on Spotify, confirmed.
Wow.
By the last episode.
JD did it.
Let's go.
That's big. We had a time we were on Spotify video, and then I don't even know what happened. Then we weren't.
Yeah, it's kind of a long story, but we're back. Long story short,
We're back.
That's right.
So now, when you're driving, this is perfect. When you're driving and listening, you can also watch.
That's right.
Be careful.
Because the road is so boring.
Yeah.
But if you got a podcast going, Jason, it's way more exciting.
You guys watch things while you're driving at all?
No. Well,
I would be. Don't lie.
I'm not lying. I definitely. It's only sports, and it's got to be a real.
Only live TV. I'm super interested in that, and I will watch a lot.
I mean, no. Like if it's
better if it's mindless.
Fortunately for me, my job so much is wrestling that I'm never like driving when wrestling's on, because I know I need to be working and watching when that happens. The one time it did happen.
You're flying.
Well, I'm flying. I'm not driving. But I will say the one time it happened, and Kozak, you were a part of this problem when we had the daddy-daughter dance.
Oh.
And we accidentally, me, Kozak, and Bray agreed to do this daddy-daughter dance on the Friday of Penn State Iowa duel, and we didn't. We agreed to it months before we realized.
Oh yeah, great.
This would happen
Friday in January.
So we ended up. We still did it, and we modified the plans a little bit. But we were still driving in the early part. So when Marco Vespa, was that his name?
Yeah, that took down
One of
Spencer.
my best friends.
Really?
Yeah.
Boy, he freaking cradled Spencer Lee. I'm driving, watching this. So that's a confession. That actually happened.
I'm trying to get him to move down to Austin. He's looking for a sales job.
Oh, really?
Got anything?
We might.
Any
I'll look
sales
into
jobs
it.
opportunities?
Dude, I'd put in a good word for Marco Vespa. You cradle Spencer Lee, that's top of the pile.
100%.
Absolutely.
I just talked
Our
to him
salespeople are
yesterday.
like, "Wow, say less."
They're like, he cradled Spencer. So.
I know, if he just had a stronger grip, man.
That was crazy.
Spencer just broke his grip. I was like, you gotta work on your grip, dude. 'Cause
Was that like
Okay, that's also just be like, we'll just be stronger than Spencer Lee. Kind of tough.
he's so slick. Marco's so slick and fast, but he gets tired.
were they just trying to throw Spencer a curveball there, like throw someone completely different? That
I lobbied hard to have Marco wrestle because he's one of my best friends, and I thought that I was telling the coaches, guys, he's not gonna get pinned. I promise you will not get pinned. And I had no idea, but I was like, Marco, if you do this, you cannot get pinned. I was like, and
it worked.
I fought hard for him, and yeah, he got teched quickly. But I feel like that first shot that he hit right into the cradle like was a big like momentum builder for the team, and like just got the energy of the crowd going.
Yeah.
Like even though he lost, like it was expected that he was gonna lose, but yeah, just fast low singles.
I remember it was dark. It was nighttime.
Oh my gosh, keep that cradle.
Can you imagine?
I love Spencer too though.
Caleb was watching, and he like it was sort of dark. He actually thought he's like, Spencer just cradled him. Like he was just so confused that someone else would do that to him. Like he couldn't tell who was who in the early parts.
Yeah, the crowd is going nuts right now.
I bet. Yeah, that was crazy. But then we got home. So yeah, that was my driving. Wow, who knew that would end up into a tangent of Marco Vespa is your best friend. That's funny.
Yeah, and he might move down to and maybe help with the club a little bit.
He definitely should. That'd be awesome.
Need to learn how to get off the bottom here, though. Now, he said Spencer's the strongest guy he's ever wrestled in his life.
I think that's a common.
Yeah, I've said that too.
He hit him with the robless. That's what guys were doing at robless, just holding their own hands.
Yeah,
it doesn't work.
Who's the strongest guy you've ever wrestled, Jason?
Spencer. No, pound for pound, definitely Spencer. But probably, I mean, Dake is strong in a certain way, but he's just so goofy. Martinez was very strong when I wrestled him. He was probably stronger than me more than anybody else was stronger than me at the time. Martinez, but
you just hadn't developed kind of
I hadn't
strength
yet. I hadn't really developed my strength yet. So I was trying to all like technique and like speed and timing and stuff. Where like if it came down to like strength, he was just like smoking me.
It is funny watching that match again because I remember thinking, I was like, dude, Danger Rule completely changes this match because there were a couple scrambles. He's literally just has your foot on his back.
I was trying to pin him. I was like,
yeah, you got close.
Yeah.
One was right at the end of a period too.
Yeah.
Where I felt like if there's 5 seconds left, they may have just awarded the takedown.
Yeah.
Right. But was it 17 or 18 when the Danger Rule came to be?
I don't even remember.
I don't either. I think it was.
It was wasn't it the
later.
first year that Dean Heil didn't win?
Oh, because
That was
Jimmy
18.
Jimmy had
18.
in 17. Jimmy
Yes.
had him on his back, and
half an hour.
for a half hour. Yeah.
Yep.
I was like, dang, this should be points, and I thought he was pinned.
Yeah.
And Jimmy ended up losing the match.
Yeah, 17-18.
Yeah.
They made it because of Dean Howe probably.
Basically, yeah.
He kept getting in that same position.
Yeah, it was yeah. There were a couple of chief offenders, but Dean was definitely that match had such a spotlight on it.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, so it was the 2018 season then. So
Christian, you even tweeted about that match.
Yeah, I did. Well, it's funny going back and watching old matches without Danger Rule because it's just so built in.
I mean, he's literally.
Yeah, you just on here. There were multiple of them too. It's kind of crazy he couldn't finish. Like he's in such a good position.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta slip that bottom arm out.
Yeah, we're just watching TV now. But
you gotta right here. You gotta let go of the lock and spin towards the head, and you
towards the
score.
head.
Yeah, towards the head. If somebody's in a crotch lock and you're in this position, you can't score. You just let go of the lock and you do like a quick spin towards the head, and then you
push and slide out.
Gosh,
Yep.
This is crazy. Yeah, it's just unbelievable to watch now. I mean, for as drastic as a rule as that is, how much of a change that is to folk style wrestling, it really kind of got implemented sort of seamlessly as a rule. It's sort of surprising.
Yeah.
You thought it could have been bad, but it's just been good.
Look at that pin.
Yeah, you could call a pin there.
Yeah.
Pin again. The ref's right there too.
Come on. Mike
After
Haggerty,
this duel
one
was
of the
crazy.
best ever.
That's a pin right there.
that
Again.
looks
Oh my god.
That's terrible. Yeah, that match was so fun too because Soriano got hurt. That's not why it was fun, but
Yeah.
Soriano got hurt against Piccinini. Then George Carpenter lost. Then Jimmy lost. Then Zane was in a barn burner.
With Colica. It was
With
like a
Colica.
2-1
Yeah,
match.
ended up ride out, and Zane kept throwing legs in overtime or something.
Yeah, he kept. So Calico would
Calico's
stand
standing
up,
up.
and then he'd throw a leg in, which is still on top man.
Yeah.
If you throw in when they stand up. So yeah, he got hit.
So we were like, that was kind of like the same story of the Ohio State duel, but then like we kind of just ran the table after Zane.
Yeah, because what? Who you have, Rogers?
Yeah, I wrestled Joe Smith.
Yeah.
Chenzo wrestled Rogers. I think Bo is at 74 still. Or was he at 84?
It was Mark Hall versus Crutchmer.
Oh, okay.
Bo versus Nolan Boyd.
Yeah, Nolan Boyd.
Weigel. Who's y'all's 97?
Was it Shakur or Kassar?
Maybe. No. That wasn't a McIntosh year, was it? 2017? No. He was gone in 16?
Yeah. McCutcheon, maybe?
Could have been. Could have been McCutcheon. And then
Neville's.
Neville's versus Schaefer.
Yeah.
Maybe. Great duel.
You have a great mind, great memory. Especially not being a part of the team, you know everything.
Well, I watched that match. That was a big match.
That was a big match, yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun competing at Oklahoma State.
Amazing.
That was like one of the best atmospheres, yeah. I actually like there. I like Virginia Tech too. When I wrestled Virginia Tech, that was my first away duel.
I remember I was at that duel. That was crazy. You beat Bruschetta, and then Bo had Epperly, and Dresser was not happy. He's like, basically like, these guys didn't even want to wrestle. He was so annoyed. And then Shakur got so tired
against McFadden.
I remember that vividly. Like
that was too big of a cut for Shakur.
He was killing him, and then just boom.
Yeah, he said his legs would stop like working. He's like, I couldn't move.
That's insane. Have you ever felt that?
No.
Okay.
Some other odds and ends before we maybe get to some questions. Aaron Pico announces the co-main event of UFC 319.
319.
Yeah. I don't know anything about the guy he's fighting, but
he's
pretty
like
cool for Aaron.
16-0-1 or something.
I'm sure, yeah.
That's pretty good.
So he was supposed to fight like a couple weekends ago, and it got canceled. Other guy pulled out.
That's
so yeah. So
Evloev.
Yeah.
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 So moving on up in the world.
What did you think about Pico?
It'll be fun watching him in the UFC. I always thought he was a good wrestler. Obviously, he was one of the best. But yeah, I haven't watched him fight really at all because he was on Bellator.
Yeah.
And it's just not like mainstream really. But now he's in the UFC. It's gonna be. He looks jacked.
Yeah, he looks
He looks so big.
Looks like a strong person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trains with Coach Cal.
Yep. TJ Dudley, new head coach at Campbell. That was announced last Friday, I guess, because we didn't talk about it Thursday. So he was already on staff, some familiarity. He's from South Carolina originally, so familiarity with the region. So excited to see what Coach Dudley do. I think I'll see him this week I'm going to the coaches convention Wednesday. So look forward to running into a bunch of coaches, and that's always, I mean, for a wrestling like nerd, it's fun because you get to go to like the NCAA rules meeting where they like go over like situations, talk about rules changes and interpretations, and the coaches like grill these refs, and so it's just fun to just sit.
I'll be at the convention.
You are?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
See you there.
When are you going?
Wednesday.
Wednesday? I don't know when. I haven't booked a flight there yet, but I'm going.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about Ocean a little bit.
Dude, that'd be sick.
Yeah, me and Gino are gonna go.
Oh.
I talked to Mike Moyer about it.
Cool.
So
even better.
Yeah.
This is great.
So maybe we'll do a little.
Yeah, we'll do something.
Cameo.
Carpool.
There you go. Yeah, we'll carpool around.
Light pool.
Yep. Well, that's awesome. So yeah, so look forward to running into a bunch of coaches. Jason Nolf will be there too, and Gino Morelli. So that's
come check us out.
Yeah, come check them out at the booth. You
Ocean.
can't, but yeah.
You're gonna be locked in here Thursday.
Huh?
Here Thursday.
Who will?
I will be.
Oh yeah, you'll be locked here.
That's right. The fans will be locked.
Because we still have the show Thursday.
right.
Don't. Yeah, I should have led with that. Okay, those are all my odds and ends.
U17 Worlds.
Oh, U17 Worlds. Do we have the schedule?
We got the schedule.
All right, pull that up.
Hold on.
I don't know.
Today, tomorrow, and Wednesday is Greco. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is women's, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday is men's freestyle.
Okay, cool.
Look at that.
So, of course, you can watch every match live on FloWrestling. Action starts at 3:30 a.m., so perfect for you early risers. That's Eastern time. So, yeah.
Because it's Greece time, Athens
Greece time.
Greece. Dang.
That's right. All right, before we get into questions, I want to shout out our friends at Nike Wrestling.
Please.
Right? Whether it's your first time on the mat or you're the reigning Olympic champion, get the gear designed to the exact specifications of championship athletes. Athlete PS is the home for Nike Wrestling with the largest selection of Nike Wrestling footwear and apparel on the market. Visit athleteps.com.
You can get those Penn State colored Nike Inflict 4s.
That's right.
There you go. All right, thank you. Good read, JD. You want to pull the remaining questions in, John?
Yeah, not too many more questions. Just a couple.
Yeah, we hit a lot.
This one's. I don't know if I'll ask it exactly this way. This one talks about, Jason, you building a college from the ground up.
Yeah.
But maybe more, would you rather go to like an already established program and coach there, or build something of your own? This one talks about building a college in Texas wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, if it was the right program in Texas, like UT or something, that'd be pretty cool to build. It would have to make sense to want to build it and have a lot of support in doing that. But I would be interested in. It'd probably be easier to go somewhere that's already established and that has good foundation as well. But I'd really be when the time's right, I'd be definitely open to it.
Cool.
Do you feel like Kale's like going to coach forever?
Yeah.
Seems like it.
Well, he's been saying for like the last 15 years or 10 years that he wants to retire, but I'm like, I don't think he actually wants to retire. He's like, I think he just like, he knows like there's like obviously a lot of stress that goes with being a head coach, especially at Penn State. So, but I just think he's just gonna. I mean, I think he wants to just keep winning. So I think as long as he's winning, he's like, what's another year? What's another year? What's another year?
It's funny you say that. My mentor when I was coming up was a coach named Terry Waters, and he. I remember when I was like, man, this was like 2005 or 6. He's like, yo, this could be my last year. I'm like, really? Like, no kidding. He's still coaching.
Dan Monthly, when I was in college, like I was like a junior, he's like, this is my last year with the team. We'll be done. He's still the athletic trainer at Penn State. It's crazy how people just say it's going to be the last year and it never is.
Yeah. It's like, no. I mean, and even including Coach Waters really says this is it. He's going to be done this year. We'll see.
This is it.
He said, this is it.
Especially, it's a little bit different, maybe as an athletic trainer, like a high school coach than a D1 coach, because D1 busy year round.
Yeah.
But like a high school wrestling coach, you get the summer, the off season, you get to rejuvenate, and then you're like, all right, I'm feeling better.
Yeah.
I forgot how much that took out of me.
Yeah. He's old. Zane's done some of Coach Waters' camps in the past down in Virginia. I don't know if you were ever down there, but
I don't know.
Anyway.
All right. I don't think we've talked that you are wrestling again.
Oh, that's right, Evan Wick.
What made you come out of retirement for RAF 1?
Just really. I mean, I think it'll be pretty exciting. I'm kind of out of retirement. If they're gonna put on big matches like this and be willing to support the athletes as much as they are, I think that makes sense to wrestle 6 minutes. Yeah, I think that they're doing a pretty good job of like taking care of the athletes, and that's really like the main reason. I'm still like, I'm not gonna come and wrestle at the trials or anything like that, but I'll do some super fights if the price is right.
There you go.
Catch a couple checks, snap a couple necks.
Exactly. I mean, the amount that they're paying some athletes to just wrestle a match is pretty hard to turn down. So I'm just gonna go wrestle a couple minutes, and I mean, I wrestle every week with my club guys anyway, so might as well go wrestle and make a little bit of money and then come back and just keep doing what I'm doing. But I think it'll be a fun match.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
So.
All right. This person, Mystic Matt, asks, this is for everybody. If Zahid wins 86 kilos, where would you slot him in the pound for pound? He says 6th.
Man, pull up the pound for pound.
Right.
But it'd be a huge jump because theoretically,
higher.
Yeah, I think higher too. Ramazanov's in there, if Kadi's in there, Gasimpor, if he wins that.
Mm-hmm.
Plus he beat Dake to make it.
I think he'd be, and his last loss would.
I mean, it doesn't go above Zare, though. We know how you feel,
Give
Christian.
me a break. He'd beat Zare straight up. I mean, honestly, it'll also depend. Like, is Kyuka going to do it again?
Right.
He might. He might not.
Is Sidakov going to go?
Does Sidakov go?
If Sidakov doesn't go.
How is Sidakov number 3?
He lost to German Valiev.
Valiev?
Yeah.
I lost to that guy.
6-2. We just looked it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was did you watch the match?
No.
It was basically the first period they put me on the shot clock and they put him on the shot clock and I pushed him out, but then he kind of turned and pushed me out. So then I ended up giving up instead of being up 2-0, I ended up being down 1-0. And if we would have challenged it, we would have won the challenge, but it was too close to challenge at the time.
Yeah.
And then they put me on the clock again in the second period, and I didn't score. And then I tried to like chest lock him at the end of the match, and he just like kind of like scored on me and then got me quick.
He's really
So
good defensively.
I just felt like I couldn't score on him like very like I shot a ton and I couldn't get to his legs ever.
What was he doing?
He was just hand fighting, like moving,
Yeah.
like he was moving good. Like he didn't get to my legs once either. We just like his only scores were from push out, shot clock, and then off of my chest lock. So it was a really close match, but he was so hard to score on. And I always knew that he was gonna be a tough guy to beat. And I actually think he got robbed at the Olympics.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
That was
That was so bad.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
I was hoping that he won the Olympics, because I was like, I was thinking if a guy that beat me wins, I want somebody that beat me to win the Olympics.
Yeah.
Because then it makes me look better.
Yes. I think I have mixed feelings on it because that was obviously like I did not think that was appropriately officiated by like it was really just bad. It's not even just like a bad call. It just like didn't make sense. But I also feel really strongly that like Jamlov is the better wrestler, was the best guy in that field, and like was just awesome. So I've kind of like
Definitely very good.
yeah, he's amazing. But that was like, man, I mean, Valiev won exactly how he would probably like have thought he would beat Jamilov. Like,
Yeah.
kind of not a lot of action, like really kept Jamilov at bay, and then they just kind of handed it to him at the end.
Yeah.
It was crazy. What would you do if that happened to you? You ever think about that? I would go crazy. I would
Well,
not have the composure to
yeah.
deal with something like that.
Yeah. You just got to like, I mean, you're leaving it up to, you just never want to leave a match in the ref's hands.
Yeah.
That's my biggest mindset is like never leave a match in the ref's hands. Like if it's a 1-point match at the end of the match and I start running away, like there's a chance that
Yeah.
he calls it. So you just got to keep attacking or like be up by 3 points instead of 1. And like that's, I mean, it's obviously like hard to do, but if you're not, you just gotta be better.
It's like that is the right mentality, but it's like that's what like the youth coach and the high school coach tells their guy. You can't put in the but like at the Olympics, like you feel like, dude, it should be a different. You know what I mean?
It's the same thing in my opinion.
No, you're
I said
right.
The same thing. You remember when Franklin got
Oh yeah,
robbed?
of course.
I said the same thing there, even though
Really?
he was my teammate, and I believe he got robbed. But I was
Yeah.
like, okay, well, you got to put the match out of reach where it can't even.
Yeah.
And I remember I argued with the Penn State coaches about this too.
Oh really?
Yeah, because I like that was my mindset, and they were like going off about it like on Twitter and stuff.
Yeah.
too.
Kale was red hot.
Yeah, and I was just like, yeah, that sucks. Like, he did get robbed, but you got to put the match out of reach, in my opinion.
I personally
was so
wouldn't react or do anything, but I would have my coaches stripped down to their drawers and protest.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah. That was not. That was an insane.
He must have some pretty good self-control because he, even with the Mamishvili thing, he
Yeah.
like,
Oh, this was crazy.
Mama's really kind of shoved him.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is after
he
he
put the
beat,
medal on.
after he beat Sidikov, and Mamishvili kind of goes hard at him.
Yeah.
He's smiling though. What is he doing?
He's
Intimidating.
Yeah,
Trying to intimidate him?
yeah.
yeah. Because he's
Because
Russian.
he's a Russian transfer.
Mm-hmm. This is a good question for all of us, as well as Jason. Dream matchup at All-Star Classic or all throughout the season. What's one match you really want to see for college wrestling this year?
McAnally versus Ferrari.
Yeah, that's a crazy one. Man, I want to see Ono against somebody.
Oh no,
Yeah,
yeah,
True.
dude, his first. I don't care if it's at the Clarion Open. Just want to see that guy wrestle folks out. I mean, him versus Mendez if he's a 41, it's crazy.
Bastida versus Ferrari.
Oh my.
Run
God.
it back.
Yeah, that's an awesome one.
Okay.
Any others?
Not really.
All right.
Yeah, it's 11:39.
One last question for you, Jason.
Oh my, we went way over. Sorry, Jason.
The one dream match you never got. So you get to wrestle one person. Who would it be? And you get to golf with one person. Who is it?
I would golf with 2 people. I'd play with Tiger and Scotty Scheffler.
Oh man,
That makes sense.
And Spieth, if we're doing a foursome, that would be like a dream. And get my best friends in there too, so that everybody can experience that. But to wrestle one guy probably would have been fun to wrestle David or Ed. Yeah. I like those guys.
I mean, you kind of got that.
Yeah, but never like in a real match.
Right.
We wrestled real matches in practice.
that's great.
So.
Well, Jason, appreciate you coming on. This was fun. Sorry this ended up lasting longer. I lost track of time. So much fun.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Episode 1149. We'll be back on Thursday. Jason and I are headed to Florida, apparently.
Florida vacation.
That's right. That's right. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Head out to what's your website called? How do you get to Ocean? What is it?
Just Athletes Ocean. You can download us on the App Store, Athletes Ocean. We just launched a new feature for coaches, calendar feature. You can now organize your team calendar on an app. So it's going pretty good. All right. Head to Athletes Ocean. Buy my Winn-Dixie instructional.
There you go. Get it now. Thanks, guys. See you next time.